All right. Why'd you stop talking when I clap?
Because we're so stupid.
Welcome back to the Santiago. Yo, that was mad funny. Welcome back. I can't even do the intro. I'm leaving all of this in too. I'm not cutting this. Welcome back to the Santiago show. I'm with Jess.
And I'm with Nick.
Oh God, today we're gonna have a little fun and
do some conspiracy theories.
Yeah, we're gonna do some conspiracy theories. I'm excited for it because I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with conspiracy theories. Like, some I really love and some I just can't, downright can't stand it. Like, the earth is not flat, like shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dog, like, shut up. But, anyway, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna just kick back, relax. I think this episode is gonna be one of those, really, relaxed ones. And just vibing. I feel like here a lot of the times when we do our content, I feel like that we're really trying to always push the topic and we're really trying to get our message across and get our point straight and whatnot. But this episode, I feel like I could just sort of think freely in a way. I'm not saying that I don't think freely. I try to all the time, but I guess I don't have any serious responsibilities. Let me just put it that way. So we're just going to talk about a conspiracy theory. I have my own. I actually didn't even find this one, the one I'm going to talk about. I'm excited to talk about it. I'm not going to say I'm the creator of it. I'm not going to say oh, I found this, but maybe there's someone else in the world who says the same thing. I didn't put it on a blog or something and say I came up with this conspiracy theory. But yeah, I'm ready. So whenever you're ready, you can go first because I definitely want to hear yours.
So you want me to go first?
Yes, because you were talking about yours for so long, and I was like, yo, don't tell me, tell me on the podcast because I don't want to see know the conspiracy theory already. So I'm excited for what you guys to say, and go for it. Go.
Okay, so I found this I came across this one YouTube video. So this guy was talking about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge back from 2014, and
oh, is that the thing when the people were dunking the buckets over there?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So basically, this guy, he ends up kind of questioning this whole Ice Bucket Challenge as a whole, and he really breaks it down, and he is like, okay, so he was talking about how he's meeting other black people in his community who don't even know the founder of this whole Ice Bucket Challenge. They're just doing it, and he's like, that's exactly what's wrong. He's like, people are just following each other. Why are people just doing this type of ritualistic thing? And so he talks to this. Here's the thing.
Ooh, ritual, okay.
Okay, so then he meets this other guy, and he's actually a Satanist, and he's like, yeah, so the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, when you're pouring the water over your head, and the whole way you do it and how you nominate 3 people, Holy Trinity, and it's a mockery.
I got goosebumps going down my back.
And he's saying, people are nominating 3 or more people, and people are just doing it, and some people are doing it without even knowing why they're doing it. They're just like, oh, I was nominated, okay, I'll do it.
Oh,
and he's saying,
oh shit.
And basically,
what? Nah, you bro, that's crazy.
And he's saying how, with people doing that and nominating people, it's kind of it could be a mockery of the Holy Trinity or whatever. And it's Christians, they have their baptism, the holy water doesn't actually save you, though, he's saying. But he's saying that that's similar. He's saying that that's similar.
Yo,
to the.
My face is I'm jaw dropped right now.
He's saying it's very similar to how when you enter a covenant to be a devil worshiper or a Satanist, it's the exact. It's that what you're doing for that challenge. It's the exact same process. And I sat there.
It does
and I was like, oh my god.
All right, so I have a question though.
Go for it.
So does it does the water have to be cold and everything for this ritual?
Yes.
Or
I think the temperature does depict that.
Yo, that's crazy.
And it's like a mass, like, satanic ritual.
That's what I was saying. It's heavy on the mass part, because it's like, I was saying that I remember, like, I never did that shit, so I think I'm chilling. Like, I was like, I ain't gonna lie.
You wanna know what else?
Hold on. I just want to say one point though. I hate to cut you off. I'm so sorry, but like, I just feel like that's what I was thinking about. Everyone keep like nominating each other. This shit keep going around and shit. All right, keep going. I want to hear more.
All right, so ALS obviously stands for the motor like neuron like deteriorating disease. It's very unfortunate, but ALS could also stand for what the fuck was it? Angel, Lucifer, and Satan.
Angel, Lucifer, and Satan?
Yeah. Like a mockery of those two. Making it satanic.
I don't like this episode already. You gotta keep going.
You want to?
No, I'm fucking around.
Nah, that's pretty much it, but...
Damn.
I think it's absolutely crazy.
That's crazy. I did not know that, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's
everybody...
just like a theory, but it's really like on the DL. Like, his video had like 3, like... I don't know. Like, he had views on it, but it's like, I feel like that needs to be spread around a little more. Cause,
so you really did your research?
Yes.
Because you said the video had how many views?
3K.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I'm dead ass. This guy, he's amazing. Like, he really, like, puts work into his shit.
And what's his YouTube?
Shout out to...
Shout out is crazy.
Nah, I don't know. How do I pronounce this shit?
Yo, shout out is crazy.
His name is JT.
Why you say that?
Because I don't know how to do that.
I gotta get out after that one, bro.
There's the door.
Oh my god.
There's the door.
Yo, hold on.
How do I say that? Like,
hold on. Hold on.
Get out. Leave, yo.
Yo, I'm laughing because it's like, bro, I don't know why you said shout out like that. Oh my fucking god, bro. That is so that was crazy. That was crazy, but nah. His name is... He
goes by JT, but it's JARREAU 24.
Gerard 24.
Video is the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge Satanic or Not? Part 3.
Alright, word. That was crazy. That was some other shit. I like that one though. That was a good one. I
think that's cool. I think that's cool.
Alright, so my conspiracy theory is going to be something I thought about with the legalization of marijuana.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And why, as someone who is an advocate for marijuana, I wouldn't want it to be legal. And I'll tell you why. Decriminalized, because like in New York City, it was decriminalized. Now it's like legal in the state and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it was decriminalized, so you couldn't get arrested for it. But I'd tell you why I'd rather it that way than like, having it really like legal. Couple things. So we're gonna get a little bit into politics, and we're gonna get a little bit into just flat out, downright, fucking SpaceX just theory. Like, I'm just gonna talk out my ass. I'm gonna I'm trying to mind fuck people. And so I'll start. So with the legalization of marijuana, right? For a long time, marijuana has been used for a very long time, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and a lot of people who would smoke marijuana, let's say in the 70s and 80s and whatnot, they did it recreational. Recreational marijuana has been around for the longest. With pop culture, it's become more common, right? Like, I make the joke that, you see how there was a crack epidemic in the 80s? Yes. There's literally a weed epidemic. And now, let me talk about that a little bit, though. I just want to say that because I feel like people say, what, crack, weed epidemic, totally not the same. Like, weed ain't crack. But that's the thing. Just because the drug isn't on, like, the same amount of, like, craziness level, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that just the act of how everyone just does it nowadays, like how everybody did crack, everybody did rock. Yo, I swear to God, bro, mad people did rock. Like, I be talking to people from my neighborhood, bro, back home, and like, bro, they like the older dudes be like, yo, bro, this crackhead, like I went to school with, you know what I'm saying? And we like, they was like from the 80s and shit, and like they just grew up in the same neighborhood and shit, lived in the same neighborhood all their life, and be like, yo, bro, I was dead in school with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone was doing crack. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was doing crack. Just like today, everybody's smoking weed. I swear to God, Yo, just a few years ago, if you was smoking weed, you was a crackhead. Everybody smoke weed nowadays. If not even just smoking weed, but everybody's on that cannabis wave of just somehow getting that high, whether you do edibles or whatever. Like yo, I knew everybody started smoking weed when, I'm not gonna name drop, but I had a teacher who told me she was smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, that's when I was like, nah, everybody smokes weed. Like, that's crazy. So feel me, like, with that, right, how everybody's smoking weed right now, we're gonna get more into the, like, a little bit of the political side of it, right? So in the early 2000s, and not even just the early 2000s, I'm chatting, but like throughout the war on drugs and stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people sold drugs. One drug obviously was weed. You know, everybody got weed from Ray Ray on the corner, you know what I'm saying? From, you know, JD over there, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Ja, you know what I'm saying? Everybody sell their weed. Now, a lot of people sold weed, feel me, to feed their family, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would just watch the clip of Dr. Umar Johnson talking, and he was talking about how you could choose to sell the crack rock to put food on the table, or, you know, choose to smoke the crack rock because you're depressed
and,
or whatever.
Relieve your pain.
Right. So, you feel me? A lot of people sold drugs. A lot of people was getting, like, so, you know, during the war on drugs and whatnot, a lot of people, hold on, my phone calling. It's Lex. I'll get back to that. A lot of people was selling drugs and, you know, unfortunately went to jail for it. And honestly, you think back to it and you're like, damn, bro, like, somebody's just selling an eighth and then, you know, got mad time for it, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why a lot of times in the cannabis community, people ask, I forgot the word, is it exonerated or something like that, when, like, people put out of jail? I don't know if I said the word correctly. I don't want to sound stupid. But basically, since the legalization of weed, Ken Folks was locked up for selling for selling weed back in, you know, like, the early, you know, 90s, 80s, whatever, 2000s, can they come out of jail because now it's legal, you know what I'm saying? So you lock them up and then you legalize the drug. That's crazy, you know, $1 billion industry. And they was just trying to put food on the table, you know what I'm saying? So, like, there's that part, right? So that's like a part of my theory, like, just how the way that how that works. It's not really, that's not even really a theory. That's just a fact though. Like, bro, they, like, a lot of people were really, like, put away for selling drugs, for selling weed, and now it's a $1 billion industry. And if you even look at the demographic of people, poor black guy in the hood, now you got Tom in Silicon Valley who has 3 dispensaries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or somewhere in California. I just use Silicon Valley because it's the first thing that came to mind. That's more tech. But anyway, right? So we're going to keep going. So now we're going to get into strains. And this is what I'm going to try to get in your head a little bit. So with strains, right, you see we have indica, sativa, you have hybrids, right? All right. Now with those strains, they each have a different effect on you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what is it? Is it sativa that gets you more sleepy or hype?
Hype.
Okay, so, you know, sativa gets you more hype, indica gets you more sleepy, and then a hybrid, it kind of depends what's the dominant, right? You got that. But then you also have strains that make you hungry. You got strains that give you the munchies. You go out, you eat everything in your mama kitchen, right? Then you got strains that get you real focused. You could smoke, sit down, and write a paper in an hour and a half. A 4-page paper, 5-page paper, an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Maybe less. And then you got strains that put you right to sleep. You got strains that give you the laugh. You just can't stop laughing. You find everything funny. You got head highs. You know, sometimes some strains give you a body high. Sometimes strains give you a head high. You know what I'm saying? Just different things that these different type of strains have effect on your body. Hold that thought. So now we have scientists with the legalization of marijuana, and everyone, you know, is just, you know, now pot is grown professionally. Let's say that. Like, now, like, weed is a professional sport now. You know what I'm saying? With the legalization of marijuana. So now you have a lot of scientists, you know, who are now doing things with weed, trying to make new strains for companies, whatever, the medical marijuana, recreational, this, that, and the third. So you have that. Now, how the way we get these different strains is because they try new weeds. You know, you ever searched up a strain and the strain was like, oh, this is a mixture of wedding cake and, like, Gorilla Glue. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people are trying different strains. Now, with that sort of thing going on, with those things going on, with the experiments on weed, right? How are we so sure at some point down the line this thing don't get corrupt? I'll keep going.
Tell me your thoughts on that. Like,
all right, I'll keep going.
Like, how corrupt? Like,
all right, we're gonna get there. So check this out. So strains make you hungry, tired, sleepy, laugh, focused, all that, right?
Yeah.
Who says there's not gonna be that we can have effects on you, like make you done things that you've never done before? give you thoughts in your head. Have you ever had a bad high?
Mm,
Not just like, you know, going places in your mind, but I'm just talking about just like a simple bad high. Like
I don't know if I can personally recall.
Okay, yeah, that's real. Well, I know people who've had bad highs, right? People who've like had bad highs and tweaked, had panic attacks. Those are common in weed.
Mm-hmm.
Weed can make you paranoid.
Like a paranoid one.
Yeah, bad high.
Yes.
Yeah, a bad high.
Yes,
so,
I have.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like, I don't know, like just like a bad time or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that too. Have you ever had a bad time getting high? You know what I'm saying? Like, but
paranoid, yeah.
so like, yeah. So as I was saying though, because I kind of lost my train of thought after that. People have had bad highs and stuff, right? So let's say these strains don't make you do things that you probably never done before, or take your mind to like different places, or like just something like that. You feel me? Because here's the thing: everybody want the za, everybody want the gas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want just this weed where, you know what I'm saying, like get you high as fuck for mad long, start bugging. You know what I'm saying? People like just want that weed that like knock them out, just like go on. You feel me? Or some people want the weed that get them up, whatever the case is. But people want like a more like stronger, you know, weed. Back in the day, early 2000s weed from 2020s weed, just 20 years, 2000 and 2020 weed ain't the same. Now, 20 years later, with the progression weed has been deemed, I guess, weed has been more approved 20 years down the line, where it's going to be at in 10 years, in 20 years, in 5, as it keeps going, right? So I just think like all of this, there's going to be an evolution with recreational use of marijuana. Now, what I really want to get at though was, okay, so you have different strains that make you feel different things, right?
Yes.
Let's say there's a strain that makes you, I don't know, suicidal, makes you really sad, and those sad thoughts lead to things. You know, there's people, weed has never killed anybody, but people have done things while high on weed. Let's be real. I'm an advocate for marijuana, but I'm also going to call marijuana out on its shit. You know what I mean? Like, people have done things that got them killed on weed. I remember one story back when I was growing up in the Bronx. This guy, like not too far from me in my neighborhood, jumped off a building. He was literally high and said, "Yo, I bet you I could jump across the building." Just do some dumb shit. You wouldn't do that if you were sober. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Like, but he jumped and he didn't make it. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Now I remember that being a story. Another thing I heard was people getting high and getting suicidal, right? Like people getting high and just start bugging, get paranoid, get the heebie-jeebies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, furthermore, people who could do, like, with that being said, because I'm losing my train of thought because there's a lot going on in my head. So with that being said, who says these things can't happen? There's strains. I've heard of people saying they smoked weed and they gotten horny. You know what I mean? I've heard people like literally like guy friends at high school be like, "Yo, bro, like you feel me? Me, I'm smoking, bro. We both got weed." You know what I'm saying? Like just talking a bunch of bullshit. But like I've heard of weed making you horny, weed making you, I don't know, happy as fuck, sad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like
angry as fuck.
Yeah. So I just think like, you know, that's just a little bit about that. Like that's why I'm like I'd rather keep it decriminalized because at least we know like. I mean, it's a gamble because, like, if the weed is so professionally, like the term I'll use, then you know your weed legit because you can get some off-brand shit, like, in the streets. Mm-hmm. So it's pros and cons to both. Like, I'm not all, like, nah, like, not for, like, you know, anti, like, making weed a business thing kind of thing. But it's, like, nah, like, I feel like it's 50-50 between the two because it's, like, all right, like, you could get, like, if you're getting your shit from a dispensary, you know, a lot of these dispensaries, but they get it from actual, like, you know, scientists and farms and their own people, their team, you know what I'm saying? Or like medical marijuana is with the government for what I've heard. If I could be wrong if I'm wrong on that. But but like, you feel me? I just feel like that things could get out of hand. Things could definitely get out of hand, and I don't know. That's like a little bit what my theory is about. Like just like I don't know, bro. Weed can make you like tired, sleepy. What says it can't make you do other things? And then, yeah, that's that. And that's why, like, I don't know, bro. Like, did you hear about the one case where, China was telling me about this when we were chilling with her. She was like how that the guy got pulled over. State troopers pulled him over, took his weed, did a forensic on his weed, and he had fentanyl on his weed. I'm not going to name drop, but I heard that somebody back in my neighborhood was putting salt on their weed to make the weed look glittery. So I heard people sprinkle coke on their weed. So my point is just that, like, who says that these things can't happen? These same ideas and thoughts can't happen, but in a lab where you get a strain and you get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? What if there's a strain? Let's get real creepy. You've been watching The Walking Dead? Well, there's a strain that turns you into like a fucking walker. You start craving human flesh and shit. Or like, I don't know, like you just start fucking
if I'm with somebody and they turn into a walker, I'm gonna be like, yo, I don't want The Walking Dead to be real.
Nah, they ain't gonna turn into a zombie after smoking it. But I'm saying though, like, what if they get aggressive though? Like what if you smoke something, you get aggressive? Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I've been meaning to approach you about something, and then I don't know, it just gets out of hand. You feel me? Like, don't point at me. What the hell? Like, I'll never do shit like that. But like, you feel me? That's where my head is at. So like, I think, I don't know, you got to be careful. Like, be careful. If for those who smoke marijuana, I mean, careful where you get your stuff from. I've heard too many bad things, and you know, like, this is a little bit insane what I'm about to say, but I'm having fun. What if there's a strain that make you a little, I don't know, look at the same sex a little different? Nothing wrong with that if you swing that way, but but you see what I'm saying on the topic of like doing things you've never done. What if you smoke with one of your homegirl? Would you say have you ever been a woman? You would say you are a straight woman. Okay. Now let's say you smoke a strain. I don't know. You start finding I'm a cute. I don't know, man.
I'm with my homegirl, like.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, what if these strains can make you do that? I don't know. I'm just having fun and I'm just talking.
Nah, that's definitely crazy because like the ability that you have to be able to pick how you want your, like, you can choose how you want your product to, like, treat people. And so it's like, if you want that to happen, I don't see how they couldn't do that. Mm-hmm. I think that that's a crazy thought, but I really think that could happen for sure. And
it's like, I don't know, like, bro, and the thing about weed is that everybody's smoking weed today.
Yeah. So
everybody is smoking weed today. It is insane, bro. Like, we could really talk about how we low-key in a weed epidemic, bro. Everyone smokes pot. Now it's in movies. It's in fucking video games. It's in books. Music. I mean, it's always been in music, though. Can't lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's everywhere. In TV shows. Like, and then you have the stoner idea of, like, this stoner lifestyle everyone wants to live, like the Rick and Morty stuff and the grinders and it's like marijuana. Everybody's getting leaf plant tattoos. It's like marijuana is like a
universal symbol of like
it's just like when you like it's like a wave. Just everyone's hopping on. It's like a little fucking club. Goddamn it! Like everyone just wants to be like stoner, like face tats and shit, drinking lean, bro, a little pump,
like Shaggy and Scooby from the Mystery Machine.
Nah, but like real shit though, and it's like, and then like, it's just a lot of things like, and it's more acceptable nowadays. I remember there's kids today that I grew up with that was like, oh, I'm never smoking weed. Oh, you a crackhead if you smoke weed. Now they potheads. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, irony. Like, you a pothead now. Like, I can't even cap, but,
how the coins flip you.
Yeah, so, feel me? Yeah, but, anyway, that's my conspiracy theory, so I have fun. I have fun talking about this, man. I just love having, like, episodes like this where we're just, like, having a good time and just,
and
like...
just, chilling, vibing.
Just vibing and stuff, so always good energy, but, yeah, man. Fuck. But anyway... This is the Santiago Show. It's been real. I've had my fun. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Share this video with your grandma and tell your grandma to share it with her bingo friends, and then tell her bingo friends to share it with their grandsons. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. I'm just talking shit. I don't fucking know. I got caught up in the moment, and it's like, But anyway, follow us on Instagram too. I'm just plugging right now. I never plug. I've never been the.
Just roll with it.
Nah, yeah, but like I'm just saying, I've never been like the like, comment, subscribe kind of guy. Like, I try not to do that, but I mean, like, why not, right? So make sure to follow us on Instagram at the Santiago Show Podcast, and then follow me on Instagram at Nick Santiago. I'll put all that shit on the screen after this anyway.
Yes. Follow me at Jess_Zukowski.
Ski. Anyway, well, you said ski like that. Anyway, I'm off this. I had a good time.
Bro.
And keep your shoelaces tied, for sure.